My grandfather has told the same joke at every family dinner for 40 years. Nobody laughs anymore. Last Thanksgiving, he told it differently, and the entire table went silent. Every Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, birthday, graduation, and any dinner with more than 4 people at the table, my grandfather would stand up, tap his glass with a fork, and clear his throat, and every single person in the room would groan, because we knew what was coming. A man walks into a bar and says, "Ouch, it was an iron bar." My cousin Jason would finish, dead-eyed from across the table. The kids would giggle. My mom would smile the way you smile when you've given up. My grandmother would pat his arm and say, "Very good, Lou." 40 years. The same joke, the same delivery, the same pause before ouch, like he was performing Shakespeare. The same satisfied grin afterward, like he just killed at the Apollo. We stopped laughing at it sometime around 1994. By 2005, we stopped listening. By 2015, it was background noise. As predictable as the turkey, as permanent as the tablecloth stain from the cranberry incident of 2003. It was just Grandpa being Grandpa. We never asked why he told it. We assumed he was just stubborn, or corny, or both. Last Thanksgiving, 23 of us packed into my grandmother's dining room. 3 folding tables pushed together. Paper plates because Grandma stopped trusting the grandkids with ceramic in 2017. Grandpa stood up, tapped his glass, cleared his throat. Every eye in the room started the automatic roll. A man walks into a bar. Jason opened his mouth to finish it, but Grandpa kept going, and realizes everyone he loves is already there. His kids, his grandkids, even the ones who never call. Jason closed his mouth. The bartender asks the man what he wants. The man looks around the room for a long time. Then he says, "Just 5 more years. That's all I'm asking for." Nobody moved. The only sound was the oven fan humming in the kitchen. Grandpa looked at us, all 23 of us, with eyes that were wet but steady. The doctor told me last month that my memory is starting to go. Not fast, but it's going. I've told that stupid joke every dinner for 40 years. Not because it's funny. I know it's not funny. I've always known. He paused. I told it because it was proof. Proof that I was still here, still sharp, still the same Lou who told it the first time in 1984 at your parents' wedding. He looked at my grandmother. But this might be the last year I remember the words, so I wanted to change the ending while I still had the power to choose it. I didn't want that silly joke to be the last thing you remember about me. I wanted you to know. I know you're all here. I see every one of you. And all I want is 5 more years at this table. 23 people. Dead silent. My mother was crying into her napkin. My uncle, the one who never cries, had his hand over his mouth. Jason was staring at his plate, shoulders shaking. My grandmother reached across the table and took Grandpa's hand. She squeezed it once. Then she looked up at him with 47 years of marriage in her eyes and whispered, "Tell the real one, Lou." He blinked. Then he smiled. That same grin, the one that hasn't changed since 1984. He cleared his throat. A man walks into a bar and says, "Ouch, it was an iron bar." We laughed, all 23 of us, harder than we'd ever laughed at that joke in 40 years. Not because it was funny, it was never funny, but because he was still there, still standing, still tapping the glass, still delivering the pause before ouch like he was performing Shakespeare. And he remembered every word. That night, every grandchild in the family set a weekly alarm on their phone. Same day, same time. The label reads, "Call Grandpa." Every Sunday, he picks up the phone. And every Sunday, before I can even say hello, I hear his voice. Did I ever tell you about the man who walked into a bar? And every Sunday, I laugh. Not out of habit, not out of politeness. I laugh because he remembered. I laugh because he's still here. I laugh because one day he won't be. And I want him to hear it as many times as possible before that day comes. The joke was never the point. He was. He always was.